What is going on, guys? This is Dustin from Journey to Master, and today I'm finally doing my Facebook video. So I finally made a commercial, and a few episodes back I was talking about actually making like an ad or a commercial or something to put on Facebook and specifically target certain people through Facebook, stop using Angie's List and Home Advisor, all that jazz. So in this episode I go over the actual commercial that I've made, how I went and posted it up on Facebook, and just kind of an intro to this is how I'm doing it. So over the next few months I'm going to show how it's doing. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. This game just may crumble to shit. So if you're listening to this in podcast form, I highly suggest that you go watch the YouTube video, because a lot of this I screen recorded so you can actually see what I'm doing. Those of you that are watching on YouTube, obviously you can see this is probably the best episode to actually watch rather than just listen to. If you're curious at all to use Facebook, watch this. This will at least give you like a thumbprint of how I'm doing it. Enjoy. Alright guys, so here it is. This is the Facebook commercial episode that I'm doing. I'm going to walk you through a few things first. Should probably hit record on my screen. Alright, so I've got my monitor recording everything that I'm doing, so I can at least show you guys live what I'm doing. So first thing, I'm going to go to Facebook. This is my Facebook page for the company. It's at Livewire Electricians. Got all of our posts, blah 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 blah. So what you're gonna do, well, first off, let me show you like what I use to make a video. What I use is Adobe Premiere Pro. Adobe Premiere is probably a really expensive program if you just buy it by yourself, or by itself, along with Photoshop. Photoshop's a pretty expensive program. It used to be like $2,500 or $3,000 for you to get the entire master suite of all the software, but Adobe lately, they have this new thing called the Adobe Creative Cloud, which is just Adobe CC. I'll put the link in the description, but it's also right here, just creative.adobe.com. If you do /plans, it'll actually bring you up to all the plans, but like for 49 bucks a month, you could just use this for 1 month. Just to test it out. But like for 49 bucks you get all of their apps, like everything, to make video stuff, to encode websites, to get Photoshop, Illustrator for drawing. I mean, like, you get everything. If you just want one app, like if you have Photoshop already but you want Premiere Pros to be able to like edit all of your videos, then maybe the single app thing's for you. Anyways, I would say for y'all that don't have anything but you are interested in doing this, the $49 a month is a really good way to go. It's getting like $3,000 in software that like professional ad agencies and like media companies and stuff use. All the designers use this stuff because it's just the best on the market. It's really not that hard to use. It's not the easiest to use, but like if you Google and you like YouTube a bunch of videos, but like how does this stuff work, how to edit a video, how to add captions, how to this and that, it's really, once you get it figured out, it's not all that hard to deal with. I think that the reason it's taken me a couple weeks to make this video and put the commercial together is just because I had to actually go out in the field and record a whole bunch of video clips, so I just had stuff to put together. That was the hardest part. It was like remembering when you're on a job hauling ass to stop and like record doing something. So anyways, all right. So what I've done is in Adobe Premiere Pro, you can see like down here, these are all individual things. So like this and this and this, these are all the layers of captions that I have. There's stuff of like, video of me talking, and there's audio of me talking. Usually this is split up by the audio's on the bottom and the video's on the top. So you can keep one track of just like similar things of video on there, and then you can make another track for like separate things, and like all of that's just like separate little video clips that I've taken and cut them and like put them together and put another one right next to it and next to it. And there's all kinds of like filters and little effects that you can do. You can make the sound like ramp up and crescendo or back down, or you can have like crossfades in between screens. I didn't even get that fancy with it. I just put all these clips together. I found some free music online. I'll show you also where you can get free music online. But anyway, so I started out with this. Um, you can drag and actually see like the entire thing as it's going all the way start to end. This is like 2 minutes and 21 seconds, I think, for the entire thing. I really wanted it to only be like a minute 30, but it was hard enough for me just to get all of this put together quickly. I'm going to do a lot more of these. I'm going to have one that's like completely specific to commercial work, and I'm going to send it to anyone that's like interests are property management, facility maintenance, anything that's like commercial kind of keywords like that. So only those people are going to see that version of the commercial. And I'll make a different one for like really high-end custom homes, and I'll make one for service work, one for construction. I'm going to make a few different ones as they go, but this is the first one just to kind of like test the waters and see how all of this does. So anyways, I put everything together in Adobe Premiere Pro. And I also used Photoshop to actually make some images. So like I made my logo, and then in Premiere I actually dumped that as like one screen in here, and then like as 10 seconds go by, I start like another audio clip or something like that. So here is the full commercial start to finish. Let me know what you think. It's really not like super fancy high tech. I paid for like a couple of stock videos of like Austin, Texas. Somebody took a drone up and did like a picture of a bridge, and so I just paid for that. That's a stock image. It's not something I actually got out and did. But there's a lot of stuff that we were on job sites where like somebody grabbed a camera and recorded what we were doing. So here's the actual commercial start to finish. My name is Dustin Stelzer, and I'm the owner of a electrical contracting company called Livewire Electrical Services. We're based out of Cedar Park, and we service the greater Austin area. The reason that I started this company is that I love doing electrical work. I'm an artist, so I have a very aesthetic eye. When I do work, I want everything to look really good. We specialize in troubleshooting, although we do pretty much everything. My hardcore passion is solving problems, troubleshooting, finding answers, finding solutions, fixing it, and getting out the door. When a customer calls me and said, I've had 6 electricians come out here, none of them could figure out what to do, and I walk in 20 minutes and find the problem, that's the biggest joy of my life. Service work is very different than new construction. Service work is going into a business or a home when there's a problem, something burns up, or there's an emergency, or like a whole bunch of parking lot lights are out, or at a restaurant, some of their cooking equipment's not working, and it's like time to open the doors, and so they need somebody that can go in there quick, diagnose the problem, and fix it immediately, and just get in, get out. Try to develop close relationships, because honestly, we want to be the last electrician that you ever call. We're more like Tesla, less like Edison. We want to be your permanent electrician. Okay, so that's not too bad, right? Like, it seems like there's some production value. It doesn't seem like some huge, expensive, like super creative guy made it, obviously, but I think it'll do. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Facebook page, and up here where the little question mark thing is, there's an arrow, and I'm going to go to create ad. So I've already got kind of like an ad set thing set up. I've done ads in the past. It's going to take a couple of seconds just to load. have something to sell specifically and you want them to click on something and buy something, you would use conversions. Not really for us as electricians. We're trying to get phone calls or emails. We want customers. So traffic is another thing you could use, like if you want to bring traffic to a specific website. Consideration, like each one of these has a bubble, so you can sit and read what each one of them are about. I'm not really going to go into each one. What I am going to do is brand awareness, and that one says to increase awareness for your brand by reaching people who are more likely to be interested in it. That's what I want. I want to target specific people that need electrical work or that are in positions that control budgets, and that, you know, like maybe a property manager for a big commercial property. You know, like if he has a Facebook page and he actually has an interest set up on his Facebook. I'll name it brand awareness. That's fine. My internet is going ridiculously slow right now. Sorry. Okay, so this kind of auto populates a lot of things. I'm going to do United States, but I'm going to focus on Texas. Actually, I'm going to be more specific than that. I'm going to go Cedar Park, Texas. And I'm going to do Austin, Texas. And what else can we do? We can do like Bee Caves, Texas. We can do Westlake, Texas. And I'll throw one more in there. Let's say Round Rock. Round Rock, Texas. Okay, so those are the areas. You know, it's a pretty big area. Like, that's all the big surrounding areas of Austin. It's within 25 miles of each, so that's a huge area. I'm going to change all of these to like a 10-mile radius of each one, because I don't need to be out like an hour and a half away from the shop. Is too much for what I'm trying to do right now. So that's still a pretty big area. You know, that's like a 20-mile diameter from north to south. That covers all the big areas that I care about, the specific cities where I know that there's a lot of commercial shopping centers and things like that. I'm going to say my age rank. What I'm going to target for in this one is commercial properties, facility managers, people that are in control of hiring electricians and plumbers to come out and fix stuff because they maintain a property that somebody else owns. So most of those dudes are not going to be my age. Most of them are probably at least going to be 40 years old to, let's do 55. I'll do 50. You don't want too big of a range, because then you're gonna have less people viewing it per dollar that you're spending, essentially. The more eyeballs you have to cover, the less effective your dollars are going to be. So it says estimated daily results over here, anywhere from like 1,400 to 4,800 people of the 310,000 that are in this area. It's not 100% accurate. It's just saying that, like, that's my potential reach. It shows that I have a pretty defined audience. It's not like super specific where it's going to hurt, you know, what I'm spending my money on. But it's also not so broad that it's not going to be effective at all. It's pretty targeted. I'm not going to do men or women, because a lot of these places, management companies, you can just never tell. You know, a lot of them are male, but like there's so many that are female as well. So language, let's do English US. We don't want that UK haberdashery. US Include people who match at least one of the following. So this is where you're going to enter your keywords. So I'm going to say commercial property, property manager, commercial property manager, property management, owner property manager, facilities manager, facility manager, facility management, facilities, let's do property management, facility coordinator, where are we? Maintenance manager, facilities coordinator. All of these people are like potential titles for the same kind of thing. We're looking to target the guy that's going to see this ad on Facebook and be like, oh man, that looks like a cool electrical company. I'm going to give them a call. Facilities maintenance, facility maintenance, facilities management, facility supervisor, and property maintenance. Anything else that I should get? Building manager might be a good one. Property management. Okay. So that's not saying like every single one of these people has all of these things in common. It's just that they have at least one of those. I'm not going to do any sort of like connection type. I really don't want to do... I want to exclude people who already like my page because this is trying to get new eyeballs. So I'm going to exclude people that like my page. That's really all that I care about. And then I'm going to hit save this audience. Save it as something random, whatever you want. My daily budget. So this is what I need to figure out. I think if I do $5 a day times 30 days, that's only $150 a month. That's really not a lot of money spent and phone calls in. I think like $300 a month is probably more accurate for what I want to spend. Like, I'm still spending stuff on Home Advisor. Granted, I got rid of Angie's list, so that's like $250 a month at least, probably $300 a month that I'm saving. I got rid of AdIQ, which was like $188 a month. I got rid of Yodle, which was like another $200 a month. So I've freed up like $600 a month. So realistically, I think I want to even go higher than that. Like, I think $15 a day. $15 a day, $105 a week. That's about $420 for the total month. I'm good with wasting that. If this totally doesn't work, fuck it. At least I tried it, you know. And I'd like some feedback from y'all too. Like, if you see the ad and you're like, dude, this is total shit, no wonder he's not getting it. Like, tell me that, you know. Tell me like, oh man, I think it'd be cool if you tried this, tried that, whatever. This is all just experimenting at my expense for your benefit, if you care. Alright, so I'm going to hit continue. The page that I want to use is my Livewire electrical page. Instagram account, because I also want this to hit Instagram. Although I don't know that I'm going to get hired so much off Instagram. Maybe. Who knows? Facebook owns Instagram, so whatever. But I'm going to do single video because I actually created a video for this. And what's next? Upload a video. We'll upload... Where the hell is my video? It's probably in... videos, finished episodes, commercial, boom. So this is going to take a little while because it's just a video, and video takes a really long time. That's another thing. If you're using Adobe Premiere, videos take a long time to make, and like optimizing them for YouTube or optimizing the video output. If you guys have questions about any of that stuff, I upload a lot of stuff on YouTube, so I'm kind of experienced in that, but I've figured out how to get file sizes to be much smaller so it doesn't take 3 hours to upload something. but just by the nature of it, video has really high file sizes. Um, Also, when you're recording on your camera, I would make sure that you do 60 frames a second. You can actually go into your settings for video. 60 frames a second just looks a lot more high def when you watch the video. It's not as choppy and kind of like slow as 30 frames per second. Let's do. I don't know why this is all stuff from my art page. Text. So let's see. I gotta put this down for a second so I can actually type. Alright, and then I am going to add a website URL. Our website is www.livewireelectrical. Sorry that I'm like talking along. That's probably annoying the shit out of some of you. I'll stop doing that. It's not generating a preview, well, because the actual video is not finished uploading yet. But once this actually finishes uploading, I'll be able to show you the preview of what it looks like. Because some of this stuff, like headline, what is the headline in relation to anything else, and what's the call to action? My call to action, I'd rather just do contact us. I wish it was a little bit more specific, like call us, because I'd like on mobile for somebody to click a button and it instantly call. But contact us. Do not track my conversions. Conversions, the Facebook pixel is actually something really interesting to look into. Google that if you are interested in it, or if you're just curious. But it's basically a little pixel that follows a customer. So when they are looking for an electrician, it follows everywhere they go. I kind of feel like it's a Grammy thing to do, because then it's like every page you go to after that, it's going to suggest stuff to them that they suggest other things, but it helps you track their decisions and where they're visiting and what their kind of purchasing activity is. So if you're interested in that, go for it. I'm not going to do it. Live. I'm probably going to change this once I get the preview up. It might change because I don't really know how this is going to look. That's just the example for now. So I'm going to stop this all, let this finish updating, and then once I get a preview, I'll turn the camera back on and I'll show you guys what it's going to look like. Alright, so we've got our video fully uploaded into the little ads manager here, and what it does is it allows you to view not only just view like your actual ad, what it's going to look like. It allows you to pick different thumbnails, and so like I've gone through here, I've picked some different things that I think are like eye-catching or poppy, and I think that this one is probably the best. It just looks really clean. It's bathroom, fancy lighting, like nice marble work, some cans in the background. I can pick different clips. There's a whole bunch of them that it gives you. You can also make your own. If you want to go into like Photoshop and actually make your own custom thumbnail, you can do that. That might even be a better idea, but for now I'm just going to use this guy. This is the image that when you choose it, it'll show before the video starts and when it's finished. So it actually does have a really big impact. It says this video can't be used for in-stream ads, but it can still run in other placements. In-stream videos must be between 5 and 15 seconds long. And it can't be used for Instagram ads, but it'll still run on Facebook. Videos can't be longer than 60 seconds. Uh-oh. Not sure what that's all about. I guess we'll figure that out. I did captions on mine, so I think we're good there. And I think that this is like catchy enough. You know, kind of cocky, I guess. Tired of your electrician, call us. The reason I wrote that is because like most of these facility maintenance companies and property management companies, they already have an electrician. They've already had like 17 electricians and different plumbers that they've tried, and people haven't worked out and have worked out. So I feel like that's just more of like a catchy thing. You know, they can comment it, they can share it. Hopefully they share it with like their boss, you know, if it's a good enough ad for them, and then they can contact us directly by just clicking a button, and they can message me. So anyways, I think that this is a good ad, good place to start. So I'm gonna place my order. My internet is slow, so it's gonna take a couple of seconds. Your ad's being reviewed. And that's it for right now. Until this ad's approved, it's kind of just in a pending state. So once it gets posted, I'll let you know. You know, like I'll come back in here in another couple of weeks, and I'll look at all the numbers. You know, like see how many eyeballs we've got, see what kind of engagement, how many people are actually clicking on it, if anybody's even sharing it, how much I'm spending, all of that. This will actually, like, it shows really good results. It shows who's clicking on it, whether they're male or they're female, what their age is. It gives you like the average for everything. So if like you targeted 45 or 30 to 40 year olds, you know, it'll say like the majority of them are 32 years old. So you're like, oh, I can actually narrow down and try to be a lot more specific, because that seems to be the age of the market. So anyways, that's pretty much it, man. Like that that took me, if you had a whole bunch of videos already made, it would be really quick, but that took me a couple of weeks just to get all of the videos together and get everything edited. I could have done it faster, but honestly, like, just I'm limited on what we can do, because I actually have to be in the field doing the work, and usually we're so damn busy that I don't have time to think about get your phone out and record, you know. So like every once in a while we'd be on a job and be like, oh yeah, let's record this. So there's a lot of better videos that I probably could have chosen too. Like there's one of me driving a rock saw, you know, or there's one of us going up in a lift, or, you know, like there's probably better videos that I could have used that was just like what I grabbed. I'm not out here trying to be fancy and do a bunch of crazy ass shit, because I'm on a budget and I'm doing it all myself. If I had, you know, $10,000 to pay some media firm to come out with a camera and actually record me and put all this stuff together, I'm sure it would be like way better. But this is where I'm starting. So I'll let you guys know how it all works out, and I'll keep you up to date. Let me know anything if you think you got, if you like the videos, if you like the podcast. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. Have a good one.